You think you are unique. You think the life you are living is yours alone. But mathematics says that somewhere out there, an exact copy of you is watching this exact video. The only difference is that when they look out the window, their sky is blood red, or their sun has already burned out. This isn't science fiction. If space is truly infinite, it is a mathematical certainty. Welcome to the multiverse. And the terrifying part? There isn't just one type. There are levels, and each level breaks reality worse than the last.
To understand level 1, we have to look at the absolute edge of our vision. The observable universe is 93 billion light-years across. It contains roughly 2 trillion galaxies. To us, it feels like everything that exists, but it is really just a bubble of light, the maximum distance light has had time to travel since the Big Bang. Beyond that edge, space doesn't stop. It keeps going forever. This is the Quilted Multiverse. In an infinite space, you run into a strange mathematical problem. There are only so many ways you can arrange atoms before you run out of new combinations. Think of it like shuffling a deck of cards. Eventually, if you deal enough hands, you will deal the exact same hand twice. If space goes on forever, reality is forced to repeat itself. Physicist Max Tegmark calculated exactly how far you would have to travel to find a perfect clone of our observable universe. The number is 10 to the power of 10 to the power of 115 meters away. That number is so incomprehensibly massive that your brain cannot physically picture it. But if you cross that distance, you will find another Earth, another you. But what if we zoom out even further? Welcome to Level 2, the Bubble Multiverse. The theory of eternal inflation suggests that the Big Bang wasn't a one-time event. It is constantly happening. Space is expanding so fast that it tears open little pockets, creating isolated bubble universes. Our entire infinite quilted multiverse is just one single bubble floating in a massive, never-ending cosmic foam. But here is where things get genuinely terrifying. When a new bubble forms, the fundamental laws of physics are randomly rolled like a pair of dice. The rules that govern our universe, gravity, the speed of light, electromagnetism, might not exist over there. In another bubble, gravity might push things apart instead of pulling them together. In those universes, stars can never form. Planets can never exist. Light itself might move slower than a bicycle. The vast majority of the bubble multiverse is completely dead, dark, and utterly hostile to any form of life. It is a graveyard of broken physics. But the next level doesn't change the laws of physics. It changes your life. Welcome to Level 3, the Quantum Many Worlds. Everything we've talked about so far requires traveling unimaginably far away. But Level 3 is happening right here, right now, in the same physical space you occupy. According to quantum mechanics, every time a particle is forced to make a choice, reality literally splits in half. On a human scale, this means every choice you ever made birthed a brand new universe. The job you didn't take? Somewhere out there, a version of you is living that exact life. The time you almost got into a terrible car crash but swerved at the last second? In another universe, you didn't turn the wheel in time. In the many worlds interpretation, every possible outcome of every single event actually happens. You are just a single thread in an infinite branching web of possibilities. There's a universe where you are the most successful person on Earth, and a universe where your life fell apart entirely. All of them are equally real. This leads to a horrifying concept called quantum immortality. Every time you face a life or death situation, the universe splits. In one timeline, you die. But your consciousness can only continue to exist in the timeline where you magically survive. You might simply be the version of yourself that kept getting incredibly lucky, while countless other versions of you did not. But if you thought quantum immortality was terrifying, welcome to the final level. Level 4, the mathematical multiverse. At this level, you have to throw away everything you know. Physicist Max Tegmark proposed that mathematics doesn't just describe the universe, it is the universe. Any mathematical structure that can exist without contradiction does exist physically somewhere. Reality is just an equation playing itself out. There is no special meaning to our universe. We aren't special. We are just the specific math equation that happened to be complex enough to develop self-awareness. At the highest level of the multiverse, you are nothing more than numbers experiencing themselves.
So the next time you look up at the stars, remember, an infinite number of you are doing the exact same thing across the multiverse. If you want to survive the existential dread in this specific timeline, make sure to subscribe right now. Check out the playlist on screen for more disturbing space theories.